Well, new tonight, high-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump is now involved in the latest case of a black man killed by law enforcement during a... Well, new tonight, high-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump is now involved in the latest case of a black man killed by law enforcement during a traffic stop in Memphis. Now, many of the circumstances are different surrounding the death of 21-year-old Jarvion Huspeth, including how Huspeth allegedly endangered the...
Jarvion! What's up, Johnny Rip? Jarvion Rip. What's up, Jarvion Rip?
Okay. I thought it was just Johnny Reb in there, but I say, look what the cat drag did, and I don't mean dragged 100 yards by a car.
Yeah.
Now, many of the circumstances are different surrounding the death of 21-year-old Jarvion Huspeth, including how Huspeth allegedly endangered the life of the Shelby County deputy before shooting him. Our Stefan Reels is outside 201 Pauper right now, where the family spoke publicly today. So, Stefan, what is this family demanding from the Sheriff's Department?
Richard, point blank, they are just wanting transparency. It's been about 5 days since Huspeth's death, and
stop teaching black people words, you fucking gliders, man. Just stop it. If you would have never taught them that word, they wouldn't even, none of this would be happening. They learned the word transparency, they just want to use it now. Go ahead.
Yeah, once they learn a word, it's like, oh, it's stuck in their vocabulary forever.
And it won't be long before they start using it wrong and shit. God damn it, transparent. The fuck you mean transparency? The fucking fucker got pulled over. He acted like a jackass. Now he's dead. The end.
Richard, point blank, they are just wanting transparency. It's been about 5 days since Huspeth's death, and the family says they have not heard a word from the sheriff's office. So now they're asking for the video footage of that traffic stop to be released, similar to what happened for Tyree Nichols.
I would never think that I would be up here today talking about the death of my son.
Today, Jarvion Huspeth.
You don't do well with statistics, do you?
His mama fine, man. Go ahead, mama. That lawyer gonna smash. He definitely gonna console her. Look at him. He probably got his hand on her back right now.
For the video footage of that traffic stop to be released, similar to what happened for Tyree Nichols.
I would never think that I would be up here today talking about the death of my son.
Today, Jarvion Huspeth's death is haunting the minds of his family.
That's 10 times as much emotion as we would see if he was killed by his son, man.
Yeah, without a doubt. 100 times. 1,000 times. A gazillion times. They making a fuss about this shit.
Huspeth's death is haunting the minds of his family.
Yo. There's nowhere in the world where you're going to see black people that look like this, man. All of them. I mean, when you go to other countries, the black people be fucking wiry and shit. They be lean and wiry, unless they older. Then they might have some weight on them, but they be lean. The black people be lean and wiry, and their fucking eyes be bugged and shit. These motherfuckers over here in America, man, they fucking fat. They living good, man. Shit.
Notice the dirt whale in the background.
Yeah, goddamn filthy fish, man.
Death is haunting the minds of his family. The 21-year-old killed following a traffic.
That was the fakest crap. Oh my God. And listen, man, I ain't trying to make light of this shit. Cause I've acted like a jackass towards cops before. I didn't take it that far, but I didn't get killed, so I'm thankful for that. But I don't know. The jury's out on that cry. What do you think, chat? What do you think about this cry right here?
Is haunting the minds of his family. The 21-year-old killed following a traffic stop on June 24th when a Shelby County Sheriff's deputy shot him. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the deputy was dragged for over 100 yards. However, several questions still remain. Investigation, the deputy was dragged for over 100 yards.
Yeah.
That's a football field that he's dragged, and there's more questions. You could have stopped for a second and said, "Let go, or I'll go drag you more."
Yeah, let me just say this, man. Let me just say this, man. That being said, we're still not out the woods as a country, man. This still has the potential to become a big deal. Like I've seen some men have done, they pulled off some magical shit. They got Crump down there. I get it. He dragged the cop 400 yards. Cop's little ankles probably all fucked up. The cop probably got nubs where he used to have feet. But listen, man, don't think we're out the woods yet. I'm just saying, just don't exhale yet, Johnny. Still buy plywood and board up your businesses, just in case.
Of investigation, the deputy was dragged for over 100 yards. However, several questions still remain as to how the incident escalated in the first place.
We can't help how we look.
It don't fucking matter, man. Let me help you with that, man. It don't fucking matter.
I'll tell you how it escalated. Why you pulled me over? Is my black? It's because I'm black.
Yeah, man. That's why we pulled you over. Okay, you still don't get to drag the cop. You still don't get to drag the cop for a football field. Like, okay, yeah, I pulled you over because you black. You still don't get to do that, man. This shit is crazy, man. What are we doing here, man? This shit is maddening.
The county sheriff's deputy shot him. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the deputy was dragged for over 100 yards. However, several questions still remain as to how the incident escalated in the first place.
We can't help how we look. Still to this day, it don't feel real.
You can't help how you look. He tried to say that it was.
So my theory is the Sun Man saw how much fun France was having, and they decided they needed to get in on that.
Yeah, man. I mean, he could have just got a passport. Well, that's a different kind of passport, bro. But yeah, he could have got a passport, man, and went over there, man. He's lucky the Scorpion Squad ain't still around, man. They'd have had his ass out that car before he even had a chance to drag the cop. These new cops, these new Memphis cops, man. They letting you drag them, man. Scorpion Squad wasn't going for none of that shit, man. Yeah, man. You can't help how you look, man. Michael Jackson did.
In the first place.
We can't help how we look. Still to this day, it don't feel real. I didn't just lose a best friend. I lost my brother.
An investigation was ordered by Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy, as Hudspeth's own family sends out their own demands.
It's been 5 days today. I've heard not one thing from the sheriff department. I've heard not one thing from anyone. Only
because your son dragged the cop for a football field. And they're probably doing an investigation, and they'll get to you when in due time. They acting like the cop dragged this. She acting like the cop dragged herself for a football field.
Well, and the Shelby County Sheriff probably has 30 other open investigations. If it's a Memphis Police Department, they probably have 200 or 300.
Yeah, Shelby County is the county that Memphis is in. I don't know how they work it, whether MPD or Shelby County, but it don't matter, man. If the goddamn Memphis University fucking police department got a fucking hands full. What's up, Hank Hill, man? What's going on?
Hey, I tried to send in a PayPal, but my bank account is all goofed up, so I wasn't able to send it in. But I was just trying to send a quick message about the black doctors with affirmative action.
Oh, hey,
Ketanji-
we're gonna do affirmative action next, man. Just hold
All
on,
right.
man. Yeah, we'll do affirmative action next.
I just got one quick thing to say about it.
Okay,
It's-
good.
It's quick. The Ketanji Brown Jackson, in her dissent, she said that black babies are 200% more likely to live with a black doctor. Right?
Where did she get that from?
She entered that. All right, so she entered that into the record, and she got it from some progressive bullshit. But the way that's just stat manipulation. The only reason why that's the way the stats look is because they didn't control for which doctors are dealing with the babies, and the reason why black doctors are more likely to have babies that survive is because less of them are specialists that work in the NICU. So you have she literally entered a stat that disproves what she's trying to say. Basically, it's because there's fewer black specialists that work with high risk babies. And what all she's saying is that the black doctors that come in are dealing with
Basic.
like lower risk patients because they're not as qualified as the white doctors. So all she entered a stat that's manipulated, and she just put the number in there, but it had been disproven in like the Wall Street Journal, and I mean like most reputable people in everywhere had accepted that this isn't a real stat, and she still put it in the record like well after she had been called out on it, because in the initial
I got you, man. I got you, man. I thoroughly understand what you're saying. Thank you, man. I appreciate
it's pretty
that.
wild shit.
Yeah.
I've heard not one thing from the sheriff department. I've heard not one thing from anyone. Only thing that I've heard about my son is about the criminal activity. My son was never into anything.
Yeah, man, we thought you was gonna be quick, man. You lied to us, man.
Thursday, it was announced the family is now being represented by high-profile civil rights attorney Ben Crump, calling for the sheriff's office to release body and dash cam footage of the traffic stop.
It is very comparable to what the whole world all witnessed in the murder and the.
Why these black lawyers all sound like goddamn Bubba Gump and shit, man? Why they ain't got no? What happened to the impressive black lawyers, man, back in the day, man? Like Johnny Cochran and shit, slick talking, motherfucking, goddamn. You know what I mean? These mushmouth motherfuckers nowadays, man. Is that the new thing? Like, the mushmouth shit is in. It's effective. I mean, it works, but goddamn, why? Why all the goddamn black lawyers mushmouth, man?
Stop.
It is very comparable to what the whole world.
It is very comparable to what the whole world. Nigga, your goddamn Bethune-Cookman law degree.
Very comparable to what.
Thank God, man, we ain't got to worry about this shit much longer, man. This motherfucker gonna be shiny shoes, and even the shiny shoes ain't even a thing no more, man. This motherfucker, he gonna be fucking goddamn shucking fucking corn or some shit, or fucking goddamn he gonna be the dude that they take the crab out the crab and put it in the can for crab meat or some shit. This motherfucker ain't qualified to be no fucking lawyer, man. Thank you, Clarence Thomas, man. We ain't got to worry about this shit no much longer, man. This guy can go back to doing what he was made to do, man. Like, I don't know, what the fuck could this guy do, man?
You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it.
He can drive a bus.
Do you know what Geechee is?
Yeah.
I heard that Clarence Thomas spoke Geechee. Is that just like
no,
Southern?
He's Geechee. No, he's from that. It's like it's a tribal area down there in South Carolina. They like some old blacks that never advanced past that slavery days. They kept their own culture and they got their own language down there. But Clarence Thomas, the real deal, man. He
Is Geechee like Patois though?
I made show a video of somebody speaking it. It's nothing like Patois. But yeah, this guy, man, somebody get this guy, man. Thank God affirmative action going. Now this guy can go back to driving the bus, man.
Of the traffic stop.
It is very comparable to what the whole world all witnessed in the murder and the cover-up of Tyree Nichols.
Now,
this is comparable to Tyree Nichols, man. A fucking goddamn dude fucking dragged a cop for 100 yards.
But they didn't cover up Tyree Nichols. They just investigated for 3 weeks before they released all the information.
Exactly. Salute to Items Fave, man. He says, oh, that's Abe the Hunter, man. Shout out to Abe the Hunter. He said, what if that is brown sugar? You talking about the one that was fake crab, man? Nah, brown sugar. She hiding up in she hiding on the East Coast, man. She ain't about that Memphis life no more, man.
Yeah, she's hiding up in upstate New York.
Yeah, she ain't about that Memphis life, man. She ain't with the Memphis shit no more, man. She running, man.
Stop.
It is very comparable to what the whole world all witnessed in the murder and the cover-up of Tyree Nichols.
Now, the family is preparing for a long road ahead, looking for an answer, looking for what happened.
I just want answers for Jarvin. I want answers for myself so I can rest. I'm completely numb. I can't grieve because I'm trying to fight for him to see what happened to him.
He dragged the cop 400 yards and then got smoked, man. The end.
And Richard, we also talked to the Shelby County.
This Napoleon Dynamite looking motherfucker. God. Jeez.
And Richard, we also talked to the Shelby County DA's office, who said the Justice Review Unit is also looking over what happened on Saturday. After they complete their investigation, they'll give their recommendation to Steve Mulroy about what charges, if any, should be going towards the sheriff's deputy. Now, we also reached out to the sheriff's office to see if the deputy involved in the traffic stop is going to face any disciplinary actions. However, we have not heard back at this time.
Yeah, man, you in trouble, man, for getting dragged 100 yards, man. I just don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people, man.
WREG in Memphis. This is News Channel 3 at 10.
Unacceptable here in Memphis now. And we're doing all that we can do, and it's just a tragedy that this had to happen to the officer.
Well, you hear him there tonight. Strong words from Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner after one of his deputies was severely injured after that deputy shot a man who later died. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Shay Arthur. This is a developing story we have been following throughout the day. WREG's Jordan James has been working to gather more information. He's live tonight at the hospital where that deputy is being treated. And Jordan, do you know how they're doing?
Yes, Shay, the sheriff tells us that deputy is in critical but stable condition and believes it could have been a lot worse had neighbors not stepped in when they did. For many living in this North Shelby County community,
this is a very quiet neighborhood.
The peace that they have come to expect was anything but that Saturday morning.
I have lived here over 30 years, and I have never seen anything like this before.
Let me translate that. We don't have a whole lot of sun words over here.
Anything but that Saturday morning.
I have lived here over 30 years, and I have never seen anything like this before.
Investigators tell us a Shelby County Sheriff deputy was conducting a traffic stop along Rosswood Drive when the suspect reportedly attempted to leave the scene. The deputy became pinned against his car door and dragged for nearly 100 yards. At some point during the confrontation, the deputy shot and killed the suspect, who crashed on a nearby street.
This is another tragic and sad example of the violence against our law enforcement officers and citizens that have become all too common in our community.
A witness who did not want us to show her face tells WRAG the deputy was lying in the road for several minutes after falling out of the suspect's vehicle.
I just saw him laying on the ground and he was in excruciating pain. He was, just screaming because of the pain and yelling for the reasons of just being just with so much discomfort.
Neighbors reportedly jumped into action to save the deputy's life and began applying a tourniquet and towel to the wounds. One of them even used the officer's radio to call for help.
I say to you, sir, thank you, and you represent the best of our community.
Meanwhile, as the deputy continues to recover and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation looks into this incident, it's now lost on neighbors what unfolded here today.
We all have to pull together as a community like we did today in order to try to get some sort of resolution, because otherwise this will occur not only in quiet neighborhoods like this, but it can happen anywhere.
At this time, officials have not released the identity of the deputy or the suspect, nor have they said why the officer approached the suspect in the first place. We have learned that there is body cam and dash cam, which has been turned over to the TBI. We're now reporting here live in the medical district.
Rosswood Drive is outside of the Memphis city limits, outside of the Beltway, north of Memphis.
Wow. Oh, goddamn, some words always stirring up fucking trouble, man. Shit. My God, man. When do we get tired? When do people finally get tired of y'all, man? I ain't tired yet, man. You ain't tired yet, Johnny Red, man?
Well, I come here so I know what's going on, but I live in an area where I don't have to deal with a whole lot of that stuff. But that's me.
Let's see what's going on with.
I'm terrified to say anything about it ever.
What's up, Hot Butt?
I'm tired, dog. I'm tired. I love black people, but I hate some words.
Yeah, man. This story, man. I'm not. Listen, like I told y'all with Tyree Nichols, I felt it was gonna be problems, man. This story is not out the woods, man.
Tonight, only on Fox 13, we're talking with the mother of a man shot and killed by a Shelby County Sheriff's deputy. Investigators say the deputy opened fire to protect their life while being dragged by a car.
Fox 13's Dakari Turner is in studio with us. Dakari, that woman told you she's talking for her son and she wants her side of this story shared.
Yeah, Daryl Darcy, 3 days after it happened, Jarvion Hudspeth's mother still dealing with trying to come to terms with her son's death. It's been a painful journey, she says, one that she says she's not quite processed.
Sitting across from Charlotte Haggett, it doesn't take long to see it.
When that gunshot hit him.
The immense grief over the sudden loss of her son, 21-year-old Jarvion Hudspeth. He left home Saturday morning, a routine on his day off from work, becoming abnormal when he didn't respond to texts. Haggett eventually sent him this the next day.
Little boy, are you alive? Man, that's sad, man. That's so sad, man.
On the text. Haggett eventually sent him this the next day.
And I said, "Are you alive?"
Saturday, Jarvion had parked his Mustang not far from home near Allendale and Rosswood Drives in North Shelby County. Shelby County deputies claim he'd been encountered by a deputy and drove away, claiming he dragged that deputy as he did. Somewhere along the way, that deputy firing and shooting him. Bleeding, authorities say Jarvion had been shot and kept driving. I've now uncovered audio as he revs his engine one last time before slamming into nearby parked cars. These would become some of the last few moments of Jarvion's life.
He was scared. He wanted to get home. He was so close to home.
Get the fuck out of here.
So the Raleigh neighborhood is 77% black, and right next to it, just a few miles over, Bartlett is 77% white.
So where did this happen in Bartlett or this happened in Raleigh?
It's the north end of Raleigh area,
Okay. This is
right at the edge of it.
Yeah, this is so fucking disingenuous for her to say he just wanted to get home. Like, his car was totaled, he was shot, the cops laying in the street writhing in agony, and she's like, he was almost home. Yeah, I mean, technically, people are crazy.
I want my mama.
Parked car. These would become some of the last few moments of Jarvion's life.
He was scared. He wanted to get home. He was so close to home. I just hope it was quick. I hope he didn't suffer because I know he was there myself.
Graduating with honors from school before moving to college.
Well, he wasn't there by himself. Cop was there too, man.
Forrest, why this happened?
I mean, my God, man. Listen, I get the mom grieving. I get that. Her baby gone. Her baby's gone. But my God, it's annoying, man. Some people are fucking annoying, man. They're mental menaces, man. They just menace your fucking psyche, man.
He was scared. He wanted to get home. He was so close to home. I just hope it was quick. I hope he didn't suffer because I know he was there myself.
Graduating with honors from school before moving to college to study engineering. Her son was not coming home. Saturday night, Sheriff Floyd Bonner detailed the incident.
No one said anything about remorse for my son.
What do you want to say to that deputy?
Because there is no remorse for your son.
Because he's a fucking demon.
I mean, they probably did say it was a tragedy. I think he said it was a tragedy. It's unfortunate. I mean, that's your remorse.
He didn't even have the decency to take off while the guy was in the car running his license and registration. I mean, they take off while he's at the door, dragging him. I mean, goodness.
She wants
Yeah,
sympathy
man.
for the devil.
Yeah, man. With her fucking lashes looking like goddamn Betty Boop and shit.
What do you want to say to Floyd?
Never, ever will I forgive them for killing my
Yeah, like,
son.
look at them. Yeah, but
I guess she's crying and everything, but she's looking rough.
those lashes, man. God damn, those some strange lashes, man. That's just strange that you would wear lashes that big. Like, I mean, like, listen, man. That's impossible to be real. Like, even when the sisters wear weave, you could say, all right, man, there's a possibility if some sister like grew her hair for like 20 years, it could be like that long. But this shit right here, it's impossible for your lashes to be that fucking long. It's just ridiculous, man.
What do you want to say to that deputy? What do you want to say to Floyd Bonner?
Never, ever will I forgive them for killing my son.
Jarvion on a birthday. His mother leans on Fox 13 Investigates for help finding answers.
And the TBI, who has the lead on the investigation, they say they continue to investigate and they'll not discuss the details to date. Haggett says she's not been contacted as a part of that investigation and she has not yet seen her son either. She says her next immediate move is to begin planning his funeral. Back over to you, Daryl.
That's because you're not a witness. You have nothing to add to the investigation. You don't know what he was doing or anything because you weren't there. That's why they're not talking to you about the investigation.
Well, you know one thing, the cops are going to spin on that funeral for sure.
Oh, yeah.
News stations do that all the time where they'll take a hysterical statement from the family member and report it as if it's important. Like, there was this
take it at
one
complete face value.
Yeah, they'll say like, "Oh, the medical examiner didn't show me the body before I even heard that it announced that he was dead," and they'll like contact the medical examiner and be like, why did you do this? Instead of like, oh, this is standard practice. You know, like you're not, this isn't an abnormal situation that you're facing. Shut up. We're not reporting that.
Or the officer involved in the shooting is on is on leave. Yeah, that's standard procedure during an investigation. Why don't you just say, for standard
It's also
procedure, the
standard
officer's
procedures
on
when
leave?
you almost get your legs ripped off by a sunman. I'd just point that out. But yeah, you know, no expose on his family.
Well, he's
or
on
anything.
medical leave.
Yeah, I can imagine, rightly so.
Wow.
They were not very specific with the extent of his injuries, except to say that he was in agonizing pain. I think he got Linda Frickied.
Yeah, exactly. Or close to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
something similar.
somebody dragged you for
100 yards, bro. You gonna
Probably got his shoulder ripped out of socket. All sorts of drag injuries from road rash and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that son man had the spirit of the Klan riding with him.
Yeah, man, because that's who that's synonymous with the Klan. Yeah. Let's see. Let's break the monotony, man. The mood, man. Oh, let me share my screen. I forgot to share my screen.